In the personal story segment tonight, late today, President-elect Trump released a brand new video laying out some of his legislative priorities, including his plan to withdraw from the Trans-Pacific Partnership Trade Agreement, cut energy regulations, and protect against cyber attacks. Listen.
I will ask the Department of Defense and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to develop a comprehensive plan to protect America's vital infrastructure from cyber attacks and all other form of attacks. On immigration, I will direct the Department of Labor to investigate all abuses of visa programs that undercut the American worker.
Now, this is a first for a president-elect. No press conference, no reporters, more of a do-it-yourself kind of deal. Joining us now for reaction from Boston is Adriana Cohen, a columnist with the Boston Herald, and from Atlanta, Robin Biro, a Democratic strategist. I'll start with you, Robin. Your thoughts. Now, a lot of this, these ideas, these are things that President-elect Trump had as candidate-elect Trump. Any issues with any of the items, infrastructure, releasing energy, making energy jobs more important, jobs, cybersecurity, your thoughts?
Yeah, actually, yes. I'm actually pleased with this announcement, and I agree with what Chuck Schumer just said, that these are things that the Democratic Party can work with him on. We have these same interests in common, and we will be glad to work on especially infrastructure improvements. We're all for that, and I'm pleased to see this, and I do see a way ahead where we can work together.
Adriana, I also noticed that Donald Trump, President-elect Donald Trump, promised to drain the swamp, continue to drain the swamp with a lifetime ban on lobbyists lobbying for foreign governments once you leave the administration.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. That's one of the things he laid out in his video this afternoon, is that he wants to put a 5-year ban in place that for all government officials, that once they leave Washington, they cannot become a lobbyist for 5 years. And I think that's a good thing. It's going to stem some corruption and special interest influence that is corrupting Washington. So I think it's great. He's laid out a lot of fantastic points. One of my favorite, Eric, is that he wants to cut regulations. So he said you have to cut 2 regulations for every new one you want to implement. And because we know that regulations are literally strangling the business sector and it's killing jobs. And so I think that should be his first order of business.
All right, Robin, talk to us about the method of releasing this. He put it out in a video rather than a press conference. I'm guessing the left is going to have a problem with that.
You know, I really don't think so. He is the change candidate. I'm kind of glad to see that he did something different. And, you know, like I said, we're willing to work with him on issues that we had that are of similar interest. These are all issues that Hillary Clinton herself was all for, and President Obama himself walked back TPP just recently. Mm-hmm. So, you know, like I said, there are some things that we can work with. I and the Democratic Party, of course, want to see the country succeed. So.
Okay, go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry, Adriana, your thoughts on the format, the video versus a press conference?
I think it's fantastic. You know, however he can effectively get his message across is a good thing, and this is going to work. I like this better than him tweeting it out. I think a video is great. And I like the fact that he's going to address cybersecurity, because we know that terrorists are actively targeting our critical infrastructure. And so can you imagine, God forbid, a 9/11 in the dark, where we're dealing with that with the lights off, or the Boston Marathon attack and you have no power and it happens in the dead of the winter. This is a nightmare scenario that could happen in our future. We need to take it very seriously. And President Obama, I don't believe, did enough to address protecting us from cyber terrorism. And so I hope that Donald Trump gets very serious. They are considering all the threats we face with ISIS and North Korea, et cetera. And so I think he's off to a great start. He also obviously needs to address immigration. That was a big part of his
that was another one. I only have
campaign.
about 15 seconds, Robin. Your thoughts? He was fairly extensive on immigration as well in this.
Yes, there's really no changes from anything that he said prior on immigration, so this is a continuation of what he said. Right. You know, my only thing is that Jan Brewer just said that the wall is more of a metaphor.
Right. Gotta go, guys. Thank you, Adriana, Robin. Thank you very much. When The Factor comes right back, a special political edition of Watters World. You won't want to miss this one.